All right, guys, good evening. Happy Monday. Welcome to May 1st. It's a Monday and it's also the first of the month. So it's like the perfect storm of like, why not now, right? Like, let's get started with something that maybe we've been putting on the back burner. We've been putting others before us. Maybe we've been lacking in our self-care, or maybe we've let fear get in the way of just whatever it is that we truly want, right? And so tonight I'm super excited because Nicole's going to get to share just some nuggets that she is really comfortable talking about in terms of dreaming big. First of all, I have to say that I was in her challenge group, and go ahead, guys, and mute yourselves, except Nicole, you don't need to mute your line for right now. I was in Nicole's very first challenge group, and I think Kaylee, you were in this group too, and she posted about having a vision and creating a dream board, and I was just so captivated by that. That same day, I was like, dude, you have to talk to the team about this. This is so awesome. And so it's really cool for me to be able to see your personalities come alive and for you to kind of just start making things your own. That allows me to really see where I am missing some pieces in my own puzzle and our team's puzzle. And so I'm so excited that Nicole agreed to talk tonight. She began coaching, for those of you who don't know, in January of this year. And she started because Kaylee, her upline coach, was a great motivator for her. She said that she inspired her to dive in. And because of that motivation, that's just what caused her to decide Inspire Beauty was the right step for her. What's really cool about that, and what I love about that, guys, is that I'm sure Kaylee didn't realize the power of her inspiration and her motivation prior to that moment, and maybe even prior to right now. So it's really cool. We never know exactly how big our wingspan can spread sometimes. And so I loved hearing that her upline coach was such a great motivator that that's why she wanted to join this. The one thing she told me that Inspire Beauty has really done for her is that it's helped keep her accountable. And I love that, because as coaches, we are the most accountable because eyes are on us when we're trying to share our journey and we're trying to build trust with people and credibility and all this stuff. You got to stick to your journey, right? You can't fade in and out of it wishy-washy. You've got to be on it. And that doesn't mean that you can't make mistakes and you can't have high moments and low moments and ups and downs and all that. It just means that you've got to be held to a different level of accountability. She said that she was always stuck, right? And now she's never stuck. She's got to be active, and she just feels bad if she's not. So that is Nicole in a nutshell. And so I'm going to let her take it away. She's got plenty of time to talk, and so I'm going to just give her the mic and toss this over. But before we dive in, Nicole, one last question for you, and that's how I want you to start, is what is your personal vision or dream for this business?
Really just for this business, I want to use it in school. Not going to be working a full-time job in school, so it'll be a good supplemental income for my loans. And then it's just a good market to be at a university with younger people that are just kind of trying to figure it out. So hopefully I can help them out and get started on that.
That's awesome. And finances are, I mean, at the end of the day, we all got to deal with it, right? And so you have that, I love that you see that you have that golden ticket in your hand, right, to make money. A lot of people are in this business and say, oh man, I got to stop coaching because I need to go make money. And it's like, wait, but that makes no sense. Like, you're literally doing something that can make you money. So I love that you see that. And I absolutely believe that you 150% will make an impact while you're studying and impacting those around you. So I'm going to let you take it away, girl. I'm going to mute myself.
All right, so I'm just going to share this fun presentation I made. Awesome. Okay, so basically, I'm here to talk about how to make a vision board and kind of how to use it. So the baseline of a vision board would be the law of attraction. You use a vision board using the law of attraction, and there's really 4 main keys for success to do that. The first one is thoughts become things, and the base of that is really like the key to everything. If you know that your thoughts become things, good or bad, it's going to really impact the way that you start thinking about certain things. The 3 key Key behaviors are ask, believe, and receive. So you are asking for what you want every single day, asking the universe, asking whatever you want. And then you're truly believing in that and feeling the feelings of having that. And then in turn, you receive it. With that comes an attitude for gratitude, which I know our book in February talked about. You have to be grateful for everything in order for it to work, really. You have to actually feel feelings of gratitude of things that you don't necessarily have yet. That way they come into your life and you're on that frequency. And then the last one is the biggest tool to do that is visualization, which is the point of the vision board. Me being a science nerd, there's a lot of science behind it. There's a lot of debate and a lot of controversial topics about this, but it's reality versus illusion. A lot of people believe that time is an illusion. Energy and frequency are reality. Everything is an energy. Everything has a frequency. So your attitude puts you on either a positive or a negative frequency. And if you're on the negative frequency, you're only going to receive negative things and negative situations, negative people. The secret is where I came across all of this. I've studied the law of attraction and The Secret now for about 8 or 9 years. My mom actually gave me the book when I was starting high school, and now they come out with a bunch of different options. There's a teen one for you that have kids. There's the Power and Magic kind of add on to it. So if you have time to read that, there's also a movie. It goes more into depth about the law of attraction and how to use it a little bit more than we have time for. And there's a lot of good metaphysicists and quantum physicists and scientists and all kinds of people that explain it more with a scientific background. They've researched their whole lives on proving it and go into depth more on the controversy and just different things that would make you be skeptical of such a thing, because it does sound crazy just to ask for something and then in turn get it. So that's a really good read. There's a bunch of other books that go along with this that I can post about if you guys would like, but this is the biggest one. Okay, so visualization is the point of the vision board. Visualization, we're all color guard people for the most part, but athletes for sure. All athletes use visualization, Olympics, drum corps, whoever. It's kind of something that we all go back to because we know that it works. Basically, on a neuroscience level, your brain doesn't know the difference between whether you're actually doing an activity or whether you are just visualizing that you're doing it. There's an experiment where they hooked up different Olympic athletes to monitors and had them visualize their skill. And they saw an increase in heart rate and then a release of the same neurotransmitters. So if they felt adrenaline, their brain was releasing adrenaline. If they felt serotonin, their brain would release serotonin, which I think is really cool because you can lay in bed and do this and get the same feelings that you would if you were on the field or climbing a rock or throwing a baseball, you know. So it's really kind of tricking your brain into still practicing what you would be without having to physically do it. Main ways that I use it, there's a lot more avenues that you could use, but these are my main ways that I use. Meditation, like right before you go to bed or first thing in the morning. If you meditate on things using music, it's really a good way to like get in touch with that visualization. If you put music on during like a test or during a big exam that you're studying for or a big interview, put music on when you're preparing for it, and then right before you go in, play that same music. It'll instantly train your brain to tap into those resources that you've been practicing with. Meditation is a good way to practice that. Pictures and repetition are where the vision board comes in. If you post pictures on the board and you look at them every single day, multiple times a day, I usually have it on my phone, my computer, my wall, my bathroom, in your car, wherever. Make a bunch of copies of it. That way you're looking at it constantly and it's always in your mind, and it really brings it into the forefront of your brain so that it's something you're focusing on. So if you get in your car and somebody really just made you mad and you're in a really negative mindset, you can look at it and it'll instantly take you back to like where you're wanting your focus to be without having to have those negative thoughts. Okay, so actually making the vision board. This is the biggest topic that I'm here to discuss today. If you haven't seen a vision board, it's basically a board with a bunch of pictures or quotes on it. Pretty simple, kind of more in depth on how to make it. You really just need any kind of board. I use a cork board. Sometimes I'll use a poster board if I'm feeling crafty, but really I like the cork board because I can just pin things in without having to bust out a glue stick and tape and all the things, make a mess. And that way, if I finish something, I can take it down. And if I have a new goal, I can put it up super easy and quick. But if you are using the poster board, then scissors, tape, pins, glue, all the things to put it together. Big craft project type deal. And then any embellishments that you want to make it pop to you, make it colorful, make it something that you can just glance at and it'll come into your brain without having to look for it on your wall with all your other pictures and all your other quotes and stuff. Make it something that's going to stand out and make you happy, pretty much. What a vision board is a daily reminder, or throughout the day, really. It's just pictures and items of things that you want most. So if you want to feel a certain way, you'll put that feeling on your vision board. So say I want to feel gratitude, I'll put the word gratitude on my vision board. If I want this brand new Maserati, I'll put a picture of a Maserati on my vision board. Like, I personally have a check. They have, Secret has blank checks, and it's a check made out from the universe to you for whatever amount you want. And they say to utilize the check as if it was real. So back when I was in high school, my mom printed out this check and wrote a certain amount on it, put it in the mail, and mailed it to me. So when I opened it, it was like I was getting a check. Granted, I couldn't deposit it, but it's now on my vision board so that one day I will have that amount of money, however it comes about. The biggest part of the law of attraction is to not worry about the how, but worry about the what. So you never want to doubt things in your mind. You don't want to think, well, I want $1 million, but I don't know how I'm going to get there, because that's putting you in a negative mindset towards it instead of keeping you on that positive frequency. And so it does sound a little crazy to literally make things up and lie to yourself, pretty much. But I promise you it works. The key to the vision board is posting things on it that make you feel joy or gratitude and instantly put you on that frequency. So the nostalgia with happy memories is a big one. Quotes, items, people, jobs, animals, all of those things. If you went to a coffee shop and you have the little coffee sleeve or a coaster and you had a really good conversation with a friend there, put that on there. Tickets to concerts and things, put that around it. Like, anything that brings you joy or takes you back to a positive mindset is something that you're going to want on there with your goals and your future plans. So it's kind of connecting the old with what you want. And then I posted some examples. None of these are mine. They are from Pinterest, but it's kind of a good base on how different ways you can make it. So this first one is on a poster board. They posted their 2017 goals. So you can see like some quotes, some healthy living. They have their family on there, want more routine. Debt-free is a big one. I also would post like the items of what you want to be debt-free on. Like if you need to pay off your car, I'd post your car on there with it just to kind of focus that in. So it really doesn't have like a rhyme or reason unless it helps your brain more to organize it. But it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a big picture that kind of catches your eye. The next one is more what I would do on a cork board. So you can put cute pins, magnets, stuff like that. It's a little bit more streamlined. You can staple things in, makes it a little bit more versatile. And I really liked this one. I've never done this format before, but I think that it would be very beneficial for some of us. They actually sectioned off the different categories that they have visions in. And so if they are really trying to focus on their business for the day, they'll only look at the business slice. Or if they're really focusing on their travel for the day, they'll just look at that one. And it kind of helps you streamline and focus things in a little bit more than just having to look for things. And this is more along the lines of how I used to do mine. I don't do this anymore. I don't really post a lot of material things on mine anymore, but you definitely can. I always post like my dream house, dream job, things like that that are long-term future goals. Any big business goals or a certain amount of money that you want to make, post that on there. Your dream body, really, just anything, and then words around it that give you those feelings. But I mean, it's really like individualized, whatever's gonna potentially work best for you. I like to do mine on hot pink poster board sometimes to like draw my eye to it so that it's not blending in with my white walls. I use one on my phone. I'll take a picture of my vision board, post it on my phone, post it on my laptop so that every time I'm touching technology, I'm looking at it. So it doesn't just have to be like a piece of paper. Awesome. So I really want all of you to, I'll post this presentation in the comments or on a separate post. I have the link to it if you need to go back and see anything. If you can get a copy of The Secret, definitely do that. It'll go in more depth on what I'm talking about and not necessarily just the vision board. Or if you really just want to Google the law of attraction, that's the base to everything. It definitely is a little sketchy. I'm gonna stop sharing this for a second. Awesome. So it's definitely a little weird to think about, and it's kind of hard to talk to other people about it because they're gonna think you're crazy. But they do talk about that in the movie, in the books, and everything. And it'll explain like how it's not as crazy as you may think. And if you really just buy into it and trust it, then it'll work better. But if you have any negative doubts in your mind, it's gonna stall and halt all progress on it. So instead of posting this $100,000 car and thinking, oh, I want that, but not really knowing how you're gonna get it, it's more like go test drive it and just believe that it's truly yours. Clear a spot in your garage for it and kind of try to start making the steps in your life already and pretending as if you already have it. And then another thing that I really like to do with the vision board is in my journal at night, I will write down like whatever I want, whatever that goal is, or whatever that plan is that I have. I'll write it down in a present tense sentence. Like if I want my degree from Baylor, I will put, I, Nicole Diaust, have a degree from Baylor University in whatever, and put it in present tense and read that every day. So that you're kind of lying to yourself, but it won't be in the future. Does that make sense to everyone? I know that sounds crazy. I've made several vision boards and can definitely say they work. I can look at my first one and see that everything on it I have. I made one specifically for drum corps and ended up getting all of my drum corps goals because of it. So it is really useful, and I'd really like for all of you, I'm going to post mine also. If sometime this month or this week, you can make your vision board and then post it on the page so that we can all see each other's and keep everyone accountable. And that way you are actually going to make it, and I will actually go back and fix mine and then post it for you guys. I know Brittany is going to post another one, but I think it'll be really beneficial for our team, and to put your business goals on there also, so that it'll keep you streamlined, focused, something that you can look at every single day. Cool? Awesome. So that is all I have.
I'm going to unmute myself and that was so good. Thank you so much. Like, I'm like so excited now to like do arts and crafts on my own. It's like it gave me an excuse to do arts and crafts now. But I love it. And yeah, share with us, Nicole, on the page, not only the secret, especially for anybody who missed tonight's call, but share with us maybe some of those other books that are along the same lines with the law of attraction. That way, you know, if people want to add that into their personal development right now, that's awesome. I'm just kind of looking over, I was like scribbling super fast, but I love that I kind of was thinking, like when you said, especially with the music, like putting on a song before, you know, you're going into a stressful interview or something, and it's like a song that revs you up. I was kind of thinking like that same principle, this whole idea, it's really in preparation for doing uncomfortable things too. So when we like, you know, when we're getting ready to invite people to something and it's like, and guys, I'm with you, like that is my least favorite part of my day, is when I have to invite people. It doesn't ever get better. Trust me. Like I'm just going to be real with you. It's always hard because rejection sucks and we don't want to hear no. But when I look up at my vision board that's right here at my desk, and I can look at what I'm really working for, right? What I really want out of life and what my why is and what I really want to become, it makes it not so uncomfortable to then go and send those invites, right? I love that. I love that you said, don't worry about the how, and worry about the what, right? Because we get caught up in that so often, with worrying about how I'm going to get to it. Don't worry about how you're going to get there. Worry about what it is that you want. Focus on what you want and manifest that in your mind. I love it. And believing that it's truly yours. It all comes down to belief. I love it. I love all of that. Guys, so she said your call to action is to create a dream board tonight, or a vision board, either or, similar, same thing. Potato. And I encourage you to share it. Just like at the beginning of the new year, I encouraged you with the assignment to create a happy board. My happy board is the background of my screen. So when I'm having a bad day, I look at that and I see the things that brought me joy last year. And so I think this would be a really cool assignment for us anytime this month, to look at not just what we want in May, but maybe what we want by the end of 2017. Also what we want maybe a year or 2 or 5 down the line, right? And get out of your comfort zone. You know, there's no dream that's too silly. There's no dream that's above you. There's nothing on this planet that you can't have, right? And so I encourage you guys to make those boards, share them on the page. We can celebrate each other as we do that. And Nicole, thank you so much for stepping up tonight and sharing that with us. Guys, do you have any questions for her before we wrap it up? Or comments?
I'm just excited to create it. I think it'll be a fun project. I have a ton of magazines that I get subscriptions, like, for no reason, I feel. So I'm excited to like go and cut stuff out and just kind of play around. It'll be fun. I'm excited. Yeah. Thanks for sharing.
I'm super excited. You said glitter and I was done. Like,
mine's covered in glitter.
I love arts and crafts.
I know. Like forget anything for the next couple days. I'm literally just
right. Well, that's the presentation was arts and crafts today. So
yeah.
I
I love it. Cool. So guys, I'm going to wrap it up then if we don't have any questions. Thanks so much again, Nicole. And guys, if you do have questions, we'll take them over to the team page. Nicole will stay in touch with us and put that call to action. Can you do that, Nicole, for us? Put that call to action on the team page so that in case people weren't on tonight and they do want to create a dream/vision board, they are welcome to join us with that. And I'll get this recording up tomorrow. Guys, I was sneaky and I already took pictures while she was presenting. So we're not even going to take a picture right now because I know, right? I was really sneaky. She made such a really cool PowerPoint thingy, so I had to do it while that was up. So it's already done. All right, guys, have a great night. I'll talk to you later.
Awesome. Bye.
Bye.